Hello and welcome to the Los Angeles Roval for race number 9 in the Procore Cup Series. Let's take a look at your drivers to watch for today. First up, we have Kyle Busch, who starts on the pole for today's race. Next, we have Ryan Blaney, who won last week at Charlotte and has already punched his ticket in the Championship 4. Then we have Brad Keselowski, who needs to have an amazing day if he wants to advance to the Championship 4. Finally, it's Kyle Larson, who was fast last week but wrecked out early and is looking to rebound this week. Let's see how the playoff drivers are doing. Kyle Busch starts first and he is 35 points to the good. Martin Truex Jr. starts fourth and he is 14 points back. Ryan Blaney starts sixth and he is already in the Championship 4. Brad Keselowski starts seventh and he is 16 points back. William Byron starts eighth and is 4 points back. Kevin Harvick starts ninth and is 22 points to the good. Kyle Larson starts 11th and is 16 points back after the wreck last week. Clint Bowyer starts 13th and is 4 points to the good. As the drivers roll off, let's take a look at your starting lineup. In row 1, we have Kyle Busch and Aric Almirola. In row 2, on the inside, it's Alex Bowman, and on the outside, it's Martin Truex Jr. In row 3, it's Denny Hamlin and Ryan Blaney. In row 4, it's Brad Keselowski's Ford and William Byron's Chevrolet. In row 5, it's Kevin Harvick and Daniel Hemrick getting a nice start today. In row 6, it's Kyle Larson and Erik Jones. In row 7, Clint Bowyer and Joey Logano. In row 8, we have Chris Buescher and Jimmy Johnson. In row 9, it's Ryan Newman and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., teammates. In row 10, it's Kurt Busch and Ty Dillon. In row 11, it's Matt DiBenedetto and Paul Menard. In row 12, we have Daniel Suarez and Austin Dillon, not a great qualifying position for him, and Chase Elliott rounds out the field in 25th. Now, let's have a look at how these drivers will get around this track. Turns 1 and 2 are the same as Los Angeles Motor Speedway. Then the drivers will continue straight to enter turn 3, which is a slight right. Then we have turns 4 and 5, which drivers will have to watch their speed as the inside is much faster than the outside. That takes us to the rumble strips in turn 6, which is also a slight right. Then turns 7 and 8 is a much wider U-turn than 4 and 5, and turn 9 is a right turn back on the oval part of the track. Stages 1 and 2 will be 2 laps, and stage 3 is 3 laps for a 7-lap race. The pace car pulls onto pit row, and we are racing at the Roval. Kyle Busch clears Almirola, and Bowman and Hamlin will take 2nd and 3rd. As they head into the hairpin, drivers really have to slow down, and you can't enter the hairpin 3 wide. Denny Hamlin looks to the inside of Alex Bowman for 2nd as Kyle Busch comes by to lead lap number 1. Denny Hamlin will clear Bowman, but Bowman with a crossover, and Bowman takes 2nd, and Keselowski takes 3rd. Kyle Busch with a nice gap as they come to complete lap number 2. Kyle Busch wins stage 1, followed by Bowman, Hamlin, Keselowski, Harvick, Truex, Byron, Larson, Bowyer, and Daniel Hemrick. Keselowski now repassing Kevin Harvick for 4th. Kyle Busch losing to 4 and 5, and Bowman takes the lead, but here comes Busch on the inside. He's not done yet. Blaney goes around in the hairpin, but we stay green. Kyle Busch takes the lead, back from Bowman, and Daniel Suarez piles into Ryan Blaney. Now the caution will come out on lap number 4. Let's take a look at what happened there. Ty Dillon and Suarez side by side, and Suarez had nowhere to go and hit Blaney pretty hard. Obviously not super hard because Suarez had to slow down to make the corner, but still a hard impact. And that will end stage number 2, or the final stage this season. Kyle Busch wins stage 2, followed by Alex Bowman. Brad Keselowski finished 3rd in that stage, and Denny Hamlin finished 4th. Kevin Harvick 5th and Byron 6th, and Byron has now tied it up for the final spot in the Championship 4. Kyle Larson 7th and Bowyer 8th, both playoff drivers, and Truex has fallen to 9th, and Hemrick still in the top 10. Kyle Busch is now clinched the Championship 4. The pace car pulls onto pit road. Kyle Busch leads with 2 laps to go. Brad Keselowski takes 2nd, and Kyle Larson with an amazing restart, 7th to 3rd in 2 turns. Kyle Busch continues to lead Brad Keselowski, who is in need of a win, as is Kyle Larson. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Keselowski to the inside, and Brad Keselowski is going to take the lead. Kyle Busch not going to let it slip away at the end. Larson in 3rd if these two get a little bit racy. Kyle Busch now pressing Keselowski. Kyle Busch to the outside. They're bumping each other in the grass. Kyle Larson on the outside. I believe Larson got him. Kyle Larson won this race by that much. That's how close it was from Kyle Larson missing the championship 4 and William Byron making it. You see, Busch put Keselowski in the grass, and that allowed Larson to just close on them and steal this win. Kyle Busch led 5 of 7 laps, won both stages, but finished second. Tough loss for Busch, but he is moving on for a shot at a championship in Homestead. Brad Keselowski had a great race, did what he needed to do, and then Kyle Busch put him in the grass, and because of that, Brad will not have a shot at the championship next week. Kevin Harvick didn't do anything amazing, but he ran in the top 5 most of the day to protect his 4th position in the points, and that's enough for him to make the championship 4. Our championship 4 are set: Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, and Kevin Harvick. We will see you on Friday, April 17th for the Procore Cup Series finale at Homestead.